All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA Show. So, what I'm going to call this podcast is Why Do You Let Others Aggravate You? And the reason I bring this up is because I'm seeing, especially through COVID and the pandemic, so many people, including myself at times, so believe me, I'm going to throw myself into this, getting aggravated at so many different things. Right? It could be the way it's going, maybe the media. It could be some of the sports, the way things that I follow are being ran a certain way. It could even be political stuff that's aggravating me. And believe me, I'm not into politics by any means. The way people are treating one another, you know, it's just very aggravating to me. And I catch myself saying, why am I allowing, a lot of things to aggravate me? And I get we all are going to get aggravated regarding certain things because I think we don't think it's fair sometimes the way others are treated or the way we're treated or the way they're treating our country or they're treating our favorite sports teams or leagues, or I'm just using that for an example. It could be whatever it is that you love or that you follow. You just may be aggravated because you find them very worthy and you just don't like the way they're being treated. Or maybe they're treating others. Maybe it could be a company and you don't like what they're evolving into. All these different types of things. And, I also see, though, personally, friends, family members, colleagues, whatever, all these, how I was getting aggravated sometimes on those situations, how maybe I was treated in the past, or how I see my friend, maybe one friend treat another friend, one family member treat another family member. Even getting aggravated at, hypothetically, you're driving a car. And I think we all get a little huffy-puffy, I call it, when you're driving. It could be a lot of traffic. So I live in Florida right now, and so many people are moving here besides tourists and all this. It's becoming really crazy in Florida right now. Plus, we were open all year, so it's been nonstop here. Or maybe the rest of the country, with maybe the exception of Tennessee or Texas and other places, for the most part, a lot of them have been closed. So we've been on a free-for-all. We've been having a blast, I'm not going to lie. As far as us being open compared to a lot of the other parts of North America. But again, traffic, or just somebody like, I don't like wearing a mask, but of course I'll wear one out of respect for everyone. But if somebody like addresses you, your mask is lowered, you're like, please put on your mask. You're like, yeah, I know this is your job, but just kind of gets aggravating, especially at the gym. I'm trying to work out hard, and how are you supposed to breathe with a mask over your mouth? How hard can I be working out if I can have that over my mouth? I shouldn't even be able to have that over my mouth if I'm working out really hard. You can do it. I wouldn't think it's healthy. But there's a lot of things going on, and I think we all get aggravated, especially now with one another, regarding taking sides. It could be getting, not only the mask situation, getting the shots for the, how the hell would I forget what that was? Who gives a shit? It'll jump in my head again. Which shot to get when it comes to COVID and all these different types of things. We're kind of just on each other's nerves, and we're always kind of judging one another. And I found myself like, a lot of these things I can't control, right? And I'm aggravated. And I see other people aggravated. And then I kind of meet with my friends or other people, it could be whoever it is, and then we're commiserating. So now we're all aggravated. We're taking sides. We're either all on one side or we're arguing with each other. And, I think there comes a point, though, in our life where if we're going to live in aggravation, right, I just don't think it's a healthy environment. That doesn't mean you can't stick up for what you believe in. And I'm not saying you can't have conversations, obviously, or argue or disputes, of course. But when it's kind of getting to the point where I think a lot of us just are always having to choose a side. And a lot of us, I think, choose sides, and we don't even have enough knowledge, actually, or we only know what we've been told. Again, it could be in the media, it could be somebody who told you this, it could be social media, it could be, I don't know where we're getting our information, but we kind of side with what our beliefs are, I think, more than anything else. So, and it could be other places too. I don't give a shit if you're on TikTok. I don't give a shit if you're on YouTube. I don't care where you're at. A lot of things now seem to be very, just very battle-orientated, I guess you could say. They're almost setting us up to fight with one another, not kind of come together and kind of come up with solutions. or kind of treat one another again with a lot of respect, regardless what religion you are, regardless what political environment you believe in, or what politics you're in, or all these things. And I just lately I was, so we went to South Florida for a couple of days with my buddy, and we met with some family and stuff. And I was just thinking, why am I allowing others to aggravate me? Because I see a lot of other people how aggravated they're getting. Again, on social media, again, personally, it could be through texts with my friends, it could be messaging one another, and all these things. Why am I giving everyone that power to aggravate me? And, I've had discussions about this before, but I think through this pandemic and through COVID, it's really, really escalated. And I kind of find myself too, and I'm going to have to almost unprogram myself with even discussions with my girlfriend or whoever. It's kind of a lot of negativity. And I'll question her and I'm almost fishing. I can't say I don't like arguing all the time, but I am fishing, or I'm trying to make a statement to, kind of get it off my chest on what I think is right or wrong, or how I'm kind of happy that somebody's failing at something. The ratings are down, or all this kind of a negativity thing. And I'm not here to tell you that to try to be positive 100% or any of that bullshit. I mean, let's face it, we have positive, negative, we have good days, bad days. I talk about it all the time. But I do have to sit back and say, why can't I get back to just enjoying my life? Of course, some people are going to aggravate you, family members, friends, whoever, work. You're going to get aggravated here and there. But I can't be in a state of aggravation all the time. And I'm the one who's kind of putting myself in that position. Even I realize a lot of YouTube videos that are popping up, they're mainly negative. And I'm like, they're popping, and I'm like, why do they keep sending me this shit? I'm like, oh, because I kept previously watching this stupid shit. So it's on me. Also on social media, and I like to take the high road, I've seen so many friends, family members fighting on there, blocking each other, unfriending each other, all this nonsense, right? And then a lot of times you'll go to a family doing it and everybody loves each other. But we're getting aggravated, not just for an hour or so. We could be aggravated at weeks for these type of things. What is that doing to us physically, mentally? Also, I don't think, and I caught this with myself, I'm kind of making everybody else crazy sometimes when I'm aggravated. So I'm aggravated, so I'm going to make you aggravated. What did that do for anybody? Now you're aggravated with me, or you're going to take it out on somebody else. It's almost a chain reaction. So I just want to do a podcast on this crazy shit. Sometimes it's just a vent myself, call myself out on this bullshit. But I think there's a lot of people out there, and I get, if you're on one side, you believe that the other side is always wrong, or they're fucking up, or whatever the case may be, and you flip it, and you think, I'm on this side, they're the reason, it's everybody else is the reason why we're in this situation, or you don't believe, or on the flip side, you don't believe anything you hear, that aggravates you, you don't trust anyone. I get the whole fiasco. But man, I'm just telling you, I think we just have to get back to a certain degree of the basics of what do we enjoy, and kind of concentrating on what do we love to do, who do we love to be around. If you're around people that are always aggravating you, that's on you. And I get a lot of times it's hard, not to be around, if you have family members that you live with, it's hard, or you could have parents, or you could have aunts, uncles, cousins, or whoever, it's hard, you can't escape everyone, I get it. But you can set boundaries a lot of times. Now, if you're younger, you got to live where you got to live, and you can't afford to be on your own. That's a little different. But if you're an adult and everybody around you is making you crazy, for one, you may be making everybody crazy. You don't want to admit it. And two is, that's on you. You don't always have to maybe pick up the phone to commiserate. You don't have to call people. You don't have to social media blat. I see so many people calling other people out on their negativity when they're a part of the negativity. So that's kind of wacky too, but look at your own behavior. And I always talk about self-behavior, because I just don't think a lot of us look at our own. We're mainly looking at everybody else, what they're doing, why they're doing it wrong, why their beliefs are wrong. And then if they don't believe in what we believe in, then we're mad at them. It's kind of whack. But anyways, that's it on this rant. All right, guys. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up. Take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.